Last month, I watched my 68-year-old neighbor throw away $347 worth of dead fruit trees. 7 trees, all guaranteed by the garden center to thrive in containers. Every single one, dead by August. She was crying, telling me she was too old, too tired, that growing fruit was impossible without a big yard. But here's what the garden center never told her, and what I'm about to tell you. 3 of those 7 trees were never going to survive in pots. They were the wrong varieties. But the other 4? They died because of one watering lie that kills 80% of container fruit trees. In the next 25 minutes, I'm revealing the 13 fruit trees that actually thrive in pots and shade, and the deadly mistake that's probably killing yours right now. Before we dive in, if you're serious about growing your own food without the back-breaking work, and you're tired of advice that assumes you have endless energy and perfect conditions, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of smart, practical gardeners aged 40 and up who want maximum harvest with minimum hassle. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. Zone 5? Zone 8? Apartment balcony, or small backyard? I read every comment. If you've been told you need a massive backyard and decades of patience to grow fruit, this changes everything. Some of the most delicious fruit on earth, Meyer lemons, sweet figs, dwarf peaches, actually produce more in containers than in the ground, and several thrive in shade where nothing else will grow. Fruit 1. Dwarf Fig Tree. If you only grow one fruit tree in your entire life, make it this one. Figs are the only common fruit tree that actually produces more in pots than in the ground. When you restrict fig roots in a container, the tree panics and channels all its energy into making fruit. One container fig can produce 150 figs per season, while a ground-planted tree gives you maybe 30. Try Little Miss Figgy, which stays just 3 feet tall. Celeste is honey-sweet and pest-resistant. Brown Turkey forgives mistakes and produces heavily. Use an 18-inch container with drainage holes. Figs love full sun but tolerate 4 to 5 hours. Water when the top 2 inches of soil feel dry. If you're in zones 7 and below, wheel your pot into an unheated garage for winter. Figs go dormant and need almost no care until spring. Organic figs cost $5 to $8 per pint at stores. One container tree costs $30 to $50 and produces 15 to 20 pounds annually. That's $150 to $320 in savings every year. It pays for itself the first season. Fruit 2. Meyer Lemon Tree. Meyer lemons aren't true lemons. They're a hybrid of a lemon and a mandarin orange, which is why they're sweeter and smell incredible. This tree grows beautifully indoors on a sunny windowsill or under a grow light. Look for the improved Meyer lemon variety. It's disease-resistant and bred for containers. Start with a 5-gallon pot and upgrade to 10 gallons as it grows. Meyer lemons need 8 to 12 hours of bright light. Place them near a south-facing window or use an LED grow light. They're self-pollinating, but indoors, use a small paintbrush to transfer pollen between flowers. A healthy container Meyer lemon produces 20 to 30 lemons per year within 2 to 3 years. Mature trees can give you 50 to 80 lemons annually. Organic lemons cost $1 to $2 each at stores. Your tree saves you $50 to $160 per year. Plus, the fragrant blossoms make your entire home smell like a Mediterranean garden. Water only when the top 2 inches are completely dry to prevent root rot. Fruit 3. Dwarf Apple Tree. Full-sized apples from a tree that stays 4 to 6 feet tall? Yes! Apple trees on ultra-dwarf rootstocks like M27, M9, or G41 stay small their entire lives while producing regular-sized apples. Look for Honeycrisp for sweetness, Gala for reliability, or Golden Delicious if you only want one tree since it's self-pollinating. Use a 15 to 25-gallon container. Apples need 6 to 8 hours of sun daily. They must stay outside in winter because they need 400 to 1,000 chill hours below 45 degrees to produce fruit. Zones 4 to 8 are ideal. If you're in zones 7 to 8, choose low-chill varieties like Anna or Dorset Golden. A container apple yields 40 to 50 pounds per year once mature. Organic apples cost $3 to $4 per pound. Your tree produces $120 to $200 worth of apples annually. The tree costs $40 to $60 and produces for 15 to 20 years. That's $1,800 to $4,000 in lifetime value from one tree. Fruit 4. Blueberry bushes. If you're over 50, listen carefully. Blueberries are scientifically proven to improve memory and brain function in older adults. A Tufts University study found that seniors who ate 1 cup daily showed improved memory within 12 weeks. You're growing medicine, not just fruit. Blueberries need acidic soil with pH 4.5 to 5.5. In containers, you control this perfectly by mixing peat moss with potting soil. They naturally grow in dappled shade under forest trees. 4 to 5 hours of sun is plenty. That shady patio? Perfect for blueberries. Try Top Hat, which stays 18 to 24 inches tall. Sunshine Blue has beautiful foliage and heavy production. Sweetheart has the best flavor. Use an 18 to 24-inch container and keep soil consistently moist. One mature bush produces 6,000 berries per season. That's 5 to 8 pounds of fruit. 3 bushes give you 15 to 24 pounds annually. Organic blueberries cost $6 to $8 per pint. 3 bushes save you $180 to $380 every year. You're investing in your brain health with every berry. Fruit 5. Dwarf Cherry Tree. Cherries ripen all at once over 7 to 10 days, then they're gone for another year. Growing your own means picking them at absolute peak ripeness when they're bursting with juice. Store-bought cherries were picked 3 weeks ago and never develop full sweetness. Stella is self-pollinating, so you only need 1 tree. North Star is a dwarf sour cherry, perfect for pies. Romeo is hardy to zone 3 and resists fruit splitting. Use an 18 to 24-inch pot. Cherries need 6 to 8 hours of sun but tolerate morning shade. They require 400 to 900 chill hours depending on variety, so they must stay outside in winter. Zones 4 to 8 work well. A container cherry produces 10 to 15 pounds annually. Fresh cherries cost $4 to $8 per pound. Your tree gives you $40 to $120 worth of cherries each summer. Here's critical advice. Drape bird netting over your tree when fruits start coloring. Birds will strip every cherry overnight without netting. It's a $5 investment protecting a $100 harvest. Quick pause. We're halfway through and I need to ask, which fruit tree has caught your attention so far? The beginner-friendly fig? Those brain-boosting blueberries? The shade-loving cherries? Drop a comment right now and tell me. I read every single one. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and ring the bell. We're about to get into the wow factor trees, including fruit number 9, the Native American treasure that tastes like tropical paradise. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Fruit 6. Dwarf Pear. Pear trees tolerate more shade than almost any other fruit tree. Morning sun only? Dappled light? Just 4 hours of direct sun? Pears will still produce. If your space is too shady for other fruits, pears prove that wrong. Pears on quince rootstock stay 5 to 8 feet tall and thrive in containers. Bartlett is classic and buttery sweet. Bosque has firm flesh and stores for 4 months refrigerated. Conference is self-fertile, so you only need 1 tree. Use a 20-gallon container. Pears prefer soil that dries slightly between waterings. They need less fussing than apples. Zones 4 to 9 work beautifully. A container pear produces 20 to 40 pounds once mature in year 3 or 4. Organic pears cost $2 to $4 per pound. Your tree gives you $40 to $120 worth annually. Unlike cherries that must be eaten immediately, pears store beautifully. Harvest them slightly firm and they'll ripen gradually over 2 to 3 months. You get fresh pears from September through December from one harvest. Fruit 7. Patio peach. A homegrown peach picked at peak ripeness is so superior to store-bought that they're almost different fruits. Store peaches are picked rock-hard and green to survive shipping. They never develop full sweetness. Yours will be warm from the sun, dripping with juice, and incredibly sweet. Genetic dwarf peach varieties stay 4 to 6 feet tall while producing full-sized peaches. Bonanza has gorgeous pink blossoms and yellow freestone fruit. Golden Glory is a consistent heavy producer. Bonfire has stunning burgundy foliage that looks beautiful all season. Use a 15 to 20-gallon container. Peaches need full sun, 8 hours minimum, is non-negotiable. They need 400 to 850 chill hours depending on variety. Zones 5 to 9 work well. They're self-fertile, so one tree is enough. A container peach produces 10 to 20 pounds annually. Organic peaches cost $3 to $5 per pound. Your tree gives you $30 to $120 worth each summer. Thin fruits in May when they're marble-sized. Remove 2 out of every 3. This doubles fruit size and prevents branch breakage. Fruit 8. Strawberries. Strawberries aren't trees, but they're so perfect for containers and so productive that leaving them out would be criminal. Day-neutral varieties like Albion, Seascape, and San Andreas produce continuously from spring through fall. You get fresh berries for 6 straight months. Everbearing types give 2 strong harvests. Alpine strawberries are tiny, intensely sweet, and tolerate shade with only 4 hours of sun. A 12 to 14-inch hanging basket holds 2 to 3 plants. Strawberry towers maximize vertical space. Even a 5-gallon bucket with drainage holes works beautifully. Each plant produces 1 to 2 pints per season. 12 plants give you 12 to 24 pints. Organic strawberries cost $5 to $8 per pint. A dozen container plants produce $60 to $190 worth of berries annually from just $20 in plants. That's a 900% return on investment in one season. Remove the first round of flowers in spring. It hurts, but forcing root development instead of early fruiting doubles your harvest for the rest of the season. Fruit 9. Pawpaw tree. This is North America's largest native fruit, and 99% of Americans have never tasted it. Pawpaws taste like a creamy blend of banana, mango, and vanilla custard. The texture is like avocado, soft and rich. This was George Washington's favorite dessert. Lewis and Clark survived on pawpaws when crossing the continent. Native Americans treasured them for thousands of years. Here's what makes them revolutionary. Pawpaws naturally grow as understory trees in forests. They prefer shade when young and tolerate partial shade once established. That shady corner where nothing grows? Perfect for pawpaws. They're hardy in zones 4 to 9 and survive -25 degrees. Deer won't touch them. They have virtually no pests or diseases. Try Susquehanna, Potomac, or Shenandoah varieties. You need 2 different varieties for cross-pollination. Pawpaw flowers are pollinated by flies, not bees. Hang rotting meat nearby during bloom or hand-pollinate with a brush. Mature trees produce 25 to 50 pounds annually. You cannot buy pawpaws in stores. They're too delicate to ship. Growing your own is the only way to taste this incredible native fruit. Fruit 10. Elderberry. Elderberry syrup is one of the most powerful natural immune boosters you can grow at home. Studies show elderberry helps you recover faster from colds and flu. A small bottle costs $15 to $25 in stores, but one elderberry bush produces enough berries for over $200 worth of syrup each year. Elderberries thrive in partial shade. They actually prefer afternoon shade in hotter regions of the USA and Canada. Black lace is a beautiful variety with dark purple foliage, while York and Nova are the most productive. Plant 2 varieties near each other for best pollination. A 20-gallon container works well for small spaces. Elderberries grow fast, and you can get fruit the second year after planting. Zones 4 to 8 are best. Each bush yields 8 to 12 pounds of berries. Never eat elderberries raw. They must be cooked. Uncooked berries and leaves cause nausea, but cooked elderberries are completely safe and delicious. Grow elderberry for beauty, health, and unbeatable value right on your patio. Fruit 11. Dwarf Mulberry. Mulberries are the ultimate low-maintenance fruit tree and are perfect for small spaces or pots. Dwarf Everbearing and Girardi dwarf varieties thrive in containers and rarely need a lot of attention. The trees grow 4 to 8 feet tall, producing sweet tart berries for weeks, sometimes months. Either variety tolerates partial shade, and once established, mulberries are drought-tolerant and highly pest-resistant. Use a 15 to 20-gallon container with rich, well-draining soil. Place the pot in a sunny spot for best productivity, but partial shade is fine too. Mulberries are virtually never sold fresh because they bruise easily. Growing your own is truly the only way to taste them picked ripe. A single tree can produce 5 to 10 pounds of berries per season. Dried mulberries cost $8 to $15 per pound in health stores, making your home harvest a real savings. Tip: place a tarp under the tree when berries ripen. Shake gently, and ripe berries will fall off for a mess-free harvest. The flavor is worth any berry stain. Fruit 12. Hardy Kiwi. Most people don't realize you can grow kiwis in much of the USA, Canada, and even the UK. Hardy kiwi vines thrive outdoors in zones 4 to 8 and tolerate cold winters. Unlike the fuzzy grocery store kiwis, hardy kiwis are grape-sized, smooth-skinned, and can be eaten whole. Isai is a popular self-pollinating variety perfect for beginners. Anna and Ken's Red are even more productive but need a male pollinator nearby. Grow hardy kiwi in a large 20-gallon pot. The vine needs strong support. Use a fence, trellis, or sturdy stake. Hardy kiwis need plenty of sunlight, though they can manage with just 5 hours a day, especially in cooler climates. They produce 10 to 20 pounds of fruit per plant each year. Organic hardy kiwis sell for $4 to $6 per pound in health stores, making each pot save $40 to $120 annually. These vines are extremely long-lived and give years of harvests. The taste is sweeter and more aromatic than store-bought kiwis, and you'll appreciate the abundance each fall. Fruit 13. Dwarf Citrus Trees. Citrus trees bring a touch of the tropics right to your home, even if you live in Minnesota or Scotland. Beyond Meyer Lemons, try Dwarf Key Lime for tangy pies, Calamandan Orange for a tart snack, or Kumquat, where you can eat the peel and all. These trees flower and fruit simultaneously. Position your citrus near a south-facing window or under a grow light. They need 6 to 12 hours of light a day and 50% humidity. Misting weekly helps. Use a 10 to 20-gallon pot. All are self-pollinating, but you can use a small paintbrush to transfer pollen if grown indoors. Dwarf citrus thrive best in zones 9 and warmer outside, but in cooler areas, you'll overwinter them indoors. A dwarf tree can produce 20 to 50 fruits annually. Citrus at the grocery store can cost $1 to $2 each. Your container-grown tree gives you fresh, home-picked fruit and fills your home with the fragrance of blossoms. One small tree can make a kitchen feel like a garden in California. Here's the bonus tip professionals use to get 30 to 50% more fruit from container trees: root pruning. Every 2 to 3 years, gently remove your tree from its container. Using a sharp knife or saw, trim 2 to 3 inches off the sides and bottom of the root ball. Repot in fresh soil. This stops roots from getting tangled and boosts healthy new growth. The result? Bigger harvests and a tree that thrives in the same pot for decades. The best time is late winter or early spring, just before new growth starts. With careful root pruning, your best container trees will stay productive for decades. You just discovered 13 fruit trees that prove you don't need a giant yard or perfect weather to enjoy homegrown fruit. You need one pot, one tree, and the will to try. Which will you plant? Fig, pawpaw, or lemon? Drop a comment and tell me so I can cheer you on. If this video helped you dream bigger, subscribe and share it with a friend. Next time, I'll reveal the perennials that give you food year after year with almost no work. Until then, remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Happy growing!